Jeff Blashill let go by the Wings. I mean, this is a heck of a head coaching market for the 5 open spots.
Yeah, so I heard this thing the other day where they were talking about, I guess one of the, I'm paraphrasing here, I think Elliot Friedman had it on his podcast where he said that he was talking to a GM that said if you took all 32 teams and just took the coaches out and you had to fill 32 spots, 32 head coaching jobs, that they could fill that and some. So this list of guys that we know, well-known household names, but also the guys that are coaching in the minors, the up-and-comers, the junior coaches.
Let me ask you, did those guys get a shot? I mean, those are all former, John Tortorella too, by the way.
Yeah.
Those are all former NHL coaches. NFL always seems to promote a hot assistant.
Yeah.
We don't see that a lot in the NHL. How come?
No, we don't. We don't. I think in a lot of these situations, it depends which teams have the vacancies. I mean, that clearly is evident in any situation like this. But a lot of times coaches are getting fired because the team expectations are here, but it wasn't here where it's expected to be. And so now you don't, a lot of times, I don't know why. In hockey, it's not about giving the young guy the shot to get him there, to get him over that finish line. It's to get the proven guy, the guy who's done it before. And that's just kind of the nature of the beast. But we've seen some really good young coaches get opportunities. I mean, look at Jon Cooper. Jon Cooper won in the minors, and he got an opportunity with a very talented team in Tampa. And this guy's been one of the best coaches in hockey. So there's a lot of candidates outside of who we saw on that list right there. So it's tough choices because there's a lot of candidates, very solid candidates out there.
If you were going to be a head coach, given the teams that need a head coach, which job would you want? You got Dallas, we got Winnipeg, we got Philadelphia.
Yeah, Detroit. Oh man.
Vegas.
The now
I mentioned Vegas.
Yeah, the now I would probably say Vegas. But the job that I really think a lot of coaches would want is that Detroit job. I think Detroit's in a pivotal spot right now where their future is very, very bright. They're a couple years behind of what the New York Rangers are, and we see the Rangers in the playoffs this year. Their time to shine is probably another 2 years still. Like this team the Rangers are going to be good for a long time. That's the Red Wings. The Red Wings have that. So they need that next guy to come in, kind of get them over the hump here, get them into the playoffs and start getting that experience because they have a lot of weapons, a lot of draft picks, deep pipeline. I think that's a very well wanted job, I should say.
You might have more time in Detroit.
Yeah.
Less pressure to win now.
Well, I think Detroit has some pressure next year. I think that's why they made that switch from Jeff Blashill now. They want someone to take them to that next level. Next year, Detroit has to play meaningful hockey. I think it could be a success. It could be a win for Detroit not to make the playoffs as long as they're competitive right down to the wire. If they miss by a point, whatever, it's different. And the players have worked through an 82-game season. That hasn't been the case. I think there is some pressure this year to at least do that. But, yeah, you would have yourself probably a 2-3 year window at least, and you got to see some progress in that time.
All right, makes the upcoming offseason interesting, that is for sure. 5 openings around the NHL. When we come back.